Hello again, and welcome to another episode of Brenda's Musings. So, let's talk about being organized. And I don't just mean your workspace and your stuff, but I mean your thoughts and also, your processes and the ways in which you go ahead and conduct yourself. And I'm thinking a lot about this because it's sort of the beginning of the school year, and even though I haven't been teaching for a long time now, and I certainly haven't been a student for a long time, there's still something about, just after Labor Day and a fresh new beginning that just sticks with you. Anybody's been through the school system as long as I have, you understand what I mean. Or you've had kids that have gone through it as well. So, here I am on the eve. It's actually the, day after Labor Day right now. And I'm sort of laying out in my mind all of the different aspects of my business and personal life that I want to sort of ground. I want to make sure that I have a good handle on them, and then I can fit other fun things around them. So, for example, any recurring, for work things, any recurring meetings that I have, for personal stuff, any appointments that I have, if I have a massage, or I have, dental, or I have to get my hair cut, or that kind of a thing. For me, for business, it's time to actually collaborate with others. How does that fit into it? It's time to work on a couple of different projects, and how are they going to fit into my week? It's time to just dabble and have fun. And while I may not put down exactly what it is that I'm dabbling on in a long range, like I'm looking at between now and the end of December, I can still set aside the time in which to dabble. And so, then it sort of helps me sort of see how my days are going to play out. And it allows me sort of time and headspace to then chunk each of those indicators down further. So let's go back to the dabbling, for example. I know that, at certain points in time, I'm going to want to work on some music stuff. Sometimes going to want to work on some design aspects. Sometimes going to work on creating the products from the designs, whether it be a knit sweater or a piece of sterling silver jewelry or a painting or, whatever it might be. Then there's going to be times when I need to market those materials, right? There are going to be times when I'm going to, be out talking to the community. There are going to be times when I'm planning the festival, and from there I've got to do everything from figure out, who's going to help me on a committee to, who I need to hire to, just the logistics of things, to the entertainment and the vendors and, and so on and so forth. And so I sort of need to get my head wrapped around that. And what I found there is like a Gantt chart really helps to keep me organized, because so many factors are hinged, are dependent upon other things. And if one part falls apart, the whole chain falls apart. So, I've got to get my head around that. And then I've got bigger concepts that I want to get my head around, and that's where I'll use something like a mind map, for example. And that will help me sort of be able to chunk things down very easily. And then from there, if I want to, I can put it into a Gantt chart, or I can put it into Kanban boards, or whatever it is that helps sort me out. And if you don't understand any of these terms, don't worry, they'll become evident to you if you ever have a need to use them. And if you are wondering, just ask me. But they're just different ways to help you organize your thoughts and to organize projects. And, depending on how you think, some work better than others. So, it's the same thing with, scheduling friends and family, because I need, I want some of that flex time in there. I've got a, brand new granddaughter. I've got 3 daughters, and they don't always say, Mom, well, I can't meet you between, 5 and 6 on a Tuesday evening or whatever. Well, they can't meet me then because I have coaching then, but between, 7 and 8 on a Wednesday, I have to, I need you now. So I have to work in some flex in there. So that's kind of what a lot of this week is going to be. It's going to be looking at the larger projects in my life and my home life and, time for me. All of that sort of has to all kind of be able to flow together and work for all of us. That's what I'm using for the day. Have a great one, everyone.